Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Wednesday. We're talking about bullish. Who's bullish on Dogecoin? I'm bullish on Dogecoin. And a lot of other people are too. And we're going to be getting into that news because that word bullish is being thrown around a lot right now, especially when it comes to Dogecoin. So we'll be talking about that as well as some other news that's going on in the crypto world. We'll check out the chat as well, what you guys have on your mind, and so much more as always. So let me drop down here in the corner and we'll look at the current price of Doge right around 18.5 cents still. So we've just been going sideways here for about a day or so since we hit 18.5 here on, well, it was early Tuesday morning. So had a double test of 17.5. Couldn't get over 19 cents. So we're just hanging out here. But you know what? When I zoom out, especially on the daily chart, this isn't a bad place to be up here, 18.5 cents. Not a bad place to be after coming back and retesting 12.5 cents just a little over a week ago. 12.5 cents. You could have bought Dogecoin a week ago. And here we are at 18.5 cents. And some of you are saying, hey, Chris, we're going to go back and retest 12.5? Not looking like it. Not looking like it. Even some of the negative news that's out there from Coinbase to KuCoin, and we'll be covering that news as well. Not enough to really move the market much because the market is bullish. That's right. Bitcoin, yeah, 69K Bitcoin. And it's not dropping much either. So, but today, yes, a lot in the red. A lot in the red today. However, look at the hourly chart here. On Bitcoin, there is a turnaround happening right now on the hourly chart. Dogecoin looking good as well. Dogecoin is in the green though over the past day, and most others are in red except for, well, we've got the whole Fetch, Singularity, and Ocean trio that are going to combine and make some AI token. We'll cover that. So those are in the green. And of course, Doge and Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin was for a little while, but Litecoin's just kind of lagging as usual. So we'll cover some Litecoin news as well, but they're in the green. And then a few others just on their own, like Mantle. I don't even follow Mantle, but yeah, a lot going on. But we will be watching Doge here while we're chatting and seeing whether we can get back up here towards 19 cents. Bullish. I'm bullish. Are you bullish? For those who are members of the channel, you can now put a bull in the chat. The normal emojis that you can get in YouTube don't have a bull. And you guys asked me, you said, hey, Chris, can we get a bull in there? And I was like, yep, I can do that. So we now have a bull. So for those who are bullish and a member of the channel, you can put a bull in the chat. For those that aren't a member of the channel yet, well, here's what we got. We've got our Kriss DCA portfolio is now up just about back to $30,000. It was last night, dropped down a little bit, but it's coming back. Again, I put in $10,000 into this, and it's now up close to $30,000 again. And this is just the start, because where is this going to go from here? We're just getting started. And if you join the channel, which you can go to my YouTube channel and hit that join button there to join the channel, you get a check mark next to your name. You get your name in green in the chat, and you get to use these fun emojis. Doge emojis, bull emoji, Elon emoji, even a Kriss emoji, which is also a lot of fun. And if you join the channel, you'll be getting some of this bag of 75,000 Dogecoin that I'm going to be giving away somewhere around the top of the bull market. We'll see where that is, but this is going to be given away. The other cryptos here in this portfolio, I'm going to sell at the top of the bull market, book those profits, but I'm not selling the Dogecoin. I'm giving that away. So think about joining the channel if you haven't already, because we're going to have a lot of fun. Overall, here's what the crypto bubbles look at. So here's Bitcoin Cash and Doge. Litecoin is just like down 1%. Again, lagging, but Bitcoin Cash, Doge, and Litecoin will still on schedule of starting trading as futures on Coinbase next Monday. And this is the application that Coinbase made with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, not through the SEC. No, these are proof of work cryptocurrencies, just like Bitcoin. And so Coinbase is making a pretty smart move, I think, especially with our beloved Doge, so that it can be deemed to be a commodity. So kind of interesting. If you go on to X, Twitter, there is an article here, and you can see it. I have posted it here. So I'm at Kriss here on X Twitter. And this is an interesting article here about Dogecoin. Is it a security? Is it a commodity? Or is it a currency? So interesting article here. Essentially, a currency can only be called a currency if a country officially calls it that. The United States is not going to be calling Dogecoin a security. So, I mean, it won't be calling it a currency. And I've been saying all along, since this whole thing came out about what's a security or a commodity, that Dogecoin is not a security because Bitcoin was deemed to be not a security. Bitcoin was called a commodity. Bitcoin, proof of work cryptocurrency. Dogecoin, proof of work cryptocurrency. Both had fair launches. No airdrops, no pre-sale, no pre-mining, none of that stuff. Just let out into the world as proof of work cryptocurrencies. So there's no difference between Bitcoin and Dogecoin. And you could say Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin also fall into that same category. So nice move by Coinbase's part to launch this futures trading, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash coming on April 1st. Not an April Fool's joke. It's coming. So that's pretty exciting. So check out this article. Very interesting. Just goes through some of the details about cryptocurrency and what the challenges are with cryptocurrency and the governments, particularly with Doge, because we expect to use Doge as payment for things, which means it's a currency. We can use it as a currency. The government just can't officially call it a currency. So kind of interesting there. So we have that going on. Let me check the chat here, and then I will get to the news. The news. Samuel says, I bought in at all-time high on Doge in 2021, got my average cost down to 20 cents. Doge is killing me with this 18 struggle. We'll get there. We'll get there, Samuel. So you will be in profit. Low Roller says, hey, heard about the Robinhood credit card. I did. I got the email because I am a Robinhood holder, as well as I'm already a gold member of Robinhood. Am I going to get another credit card? I already have a Visa and a MasterCard, and I get extra bonuses on the MasterCard for some things. Is it 3%? I don't know. There's a small fee for Robinhood Gold on a monthly basis. I don't even remember what it is. A few bucks, I guess. You pay for that. Now think about it. I already have 2 credit cards. Do I really want a third one? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. JD says he's not taking profits until after $1, and that is what I thought back in 2021. So I have changed my tune. We're going to talk about layering out profits, and right now 35 cents is still my first target, and maybe it's above, slightly above that somewhere, where I finally decide to take profits. And so this is the Doge that I bought back in early 2021 for 2 cents. I would take profit there, maybe at 40 cents. That would be a layer out. And I still have 2 million plus Doge that I'd continue to ride, and then look at how Dogecoin is trading, and then make another layer out, sell. I'm not selling all of my Doge. I won't do that, but I am taking some profits this cycle in Dogecoin. So we'll see how that goes. But if you just say you're waiting for $1 and then it never gets to $1, like we thought back in May of 2021, convinced Dogecoin was going to $1 and it just turned around and went back down, I'm not going to ride that again through another cycle, another bear market. So that's just me and what I'm doing. You guys do you. And if Dogecoin goes to $1, great. That would be awesome. I'll love it. But I won't have all of my Dogecoin at $1. I will already have been layering out. Ryan says it's Kriss time and bullish. David says $1. We will see. We will see. Ahmed says rejected badly multiple times at 19 cents. So we're going to 16.8. I don't know. Charts aren't showing that right now. Charts are not showing that. I go to the 4-hour chart and I look. 17.5 is solid support here. This yellow line at 17.5. I think it's going to be tough for Dogecoin to drop below that right now. But we'll see. Ryan's already drinking. The battle at 18. Hey, Tony, how are you? What are Dogecoin futures? Is it helpful for us in price action similar to Bitcoin ETF? Not similar to the BTF or to the ETF. It's a different, futures trading is a different animal. Does it really affect the price much? I don't know. I think the more important thing for me is that Dogecoin would deemed to be not a security. If the Commodities Future Trading Commission goes along with it, which they only have a few more days to say no, then Dogecoin's a commodity like Bitcoin. Great. SEC isn't going to mess with Doge. That's what I like about it more. Is there going to be a huge demand for futures trading of Dogecoin? I don't know. I think right now with the early bull market where we are, we would probably see some action there. But for the long run, no. Will there be a Dogecoin ETF? We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's an article that I want to talk about there. Pietro, how are you? Welcome. Northwoods, welcome to you as well. Doge is great for tipping friends. That's right. And on X Twitter here, I have my Doge wallet here, my MyDoge wallet. And so there's my wallet address there. And if you're on X, just put your wallet address in your profile there and call out that it is a MyDoge wallet. And that's where you'll get tips. You can give tips. You can receive tips through MyDoge. You go to the MyDoge app. There's an API integration directly with X Twitter that allows this to happen. Easiest way to do it. So you can check that out. Got a lot of bulls, and some not really bulls, but how would we receive the giveaway? Would we have to provide you a wallet number? Yes, you would have to give me your wallet address. So you would need a wallet, yes, to receive. Now on Robinhood, Robinhood does give out, if you want to receive Dogecoin into your Robinhood account and you just have the basic green Robinhood app, you can give out, you don't have your own wallet, but Robinhood will give you one upon which you can receive crypto into your account. If you're on Coinbase, you do have a wallet. Again, it's an exchange wallet. It is your personal wallet, not like if you had moved your Doge off of Coinbase into a Coinbase wallet of which you have your own seed phrase, but you can receive Dogecoin on Coinbase as well. Preferably, you have your own wallet with Dogecoin in it. That's on a trust wallet, let's say, or Exodus, or even a ledger, and you would give me that wallet address. But you got to give me a Doge wallet with a D, starting with a D. That's the best way, starting with a D, like mine is here. I call it my DES wallet right there on MyDoge. So if you have a MyDoge app, give me that. Give me that. Well, that's the easiest way, is just to start a MyDoge app. You'll get your own seed phrase, that's your Dogecoin, and use your MyDoge wallet as your Dogecoin wallet. That's the safest way. All right. But yes, you have to give me your wallet address so I know where I am sending it to, because YouTube doesn't have, I don't know your Doge wallet address through YouTube without you giving it to me. So we'll figure that out. Christian, how are you? Doge to the moon. Nate, welcome. Bull and the Doge wow, the other new emoji I got there. Is Doge proof of work or stake? Could it ever change? And if it did, what would happen? Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. It was coded that way. And there have been some talks by some people of changing it to proof of stake, but I don't think there would be enough support from the community to make that change. At one time, a couple of years ago, Vitalik from Ethereum was involved with the Dogecoin Foundation somehow and was pushing for Doge to also change from proof of work to proof of stake like Ethereum did. And that just hasn't gone anywhere. Dogecoin as a proof of work cryptocurrency works great as it is. It works great as it is. With the mining, proof of work again, with the mining, the miners are what secures the blockchain, validates all the transactions. There's never been a hack on the Dogecoin blockchain. The Dogecoin blockchain has never paused. It's never stopped. It just keeps churning and churning and churning. So as soon as you start getting into this proof of stake world, there are risks there. And ETH is facing it right now because there's questions of whether the ETH ETF will get approved or not by the SEC, because the SEC doesn't like proof of stake cryptocurrencies, and particularly ones that actually do staking. They don't like that. So I don't know, there seems to be a lower chance of that ETH ETF getting approved. And all of that would just raise questions if Doge were to make a transition from proof of work to proof of stake. There's really no reason to do it. So I like Doge just like it is. Could Doge get rid of the unlimited supply? All great questions. No. It's the rewards given to the miners that validate the transactions and secure the blockchain. And so those are the rewards that are minted. Those are new Dogecoin that continue to be minted. It's not unlimited, right? There's a limit. Each block, 10,000 Doge. That's it. It's not an unlimited amount. It's 10,000 Doge. If you think about the future, right, and forever, yeah, forever unlimited. But on a daily basis, there is a max limit of Dogecoin that is given out to the miners, validating the transactions on the blockchain. That's how Dogecoin is. Low roller, Crow is offering 20% staking for 1 year. I saw the email on that. I haven't read the details, so I don't know what the details are. But I don't know if I want to lock up my Crow tokens for a year either. So yeah, there's that. Hey, David, for subscribers, when will you sell and split for members of channel? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. Are you staking USDT during the bear market? Right now, I am looking at possibly buying some real estate, trying to get some details, some let's say off-market opportunities in real estate. Maybe we'll see, but that's kind of a plan of mine. And then start accumulating crypto again, except for the Doge and BTC that I would still be saving because I'm not going to sell all of that in like late 2026, and then start accumulating again. Sell at the peak, hold it all, and wait until it dumps on the high. Reinvest, have double or triple amount of coins, then you don't have to wait for $1. You never know, though. You don't know what the peak is. That's the problem. You don't know when the peak is going to happen. So there's always a risk there, which is why we're going to talk about layering out. Because somewhere when you're layering out, you're going to be somewhere near the peak. But if you hold it all and you wait until what you think the peak is, and the peak already hit, and now it's on the downside, you've missed it. So Rob asks, if not Doge, what would you buy with €1,000? What would I buy if not Doge? At this point, good question. Right now, the one I'm looking at is one that I already sold and I may get back into, is Arbitrum. And the reason Arbitrum here, if I look at the chart, come out to the daily, Arbitrum has come down about halfway from this big run that it had here from in December into January. Arbitrum went up to like $2.30. These big red candles here in March was because there was a huge token unlock in Arbitrum. And the number of tokens circulating supply almost doubled with that. There was a tail that came down to $1.50 right there. I sold back here at like $1.94. That's where I sold, because that's when I saw that there was going to be this dump, not thinking that there would be this kind of mini run that would happen here in early March, but that's when everything in crypto was running. So Arbitrum went up there. I already redeployed that Arbitrum into SUI and I forget what else. And my SUI is already up 30%. So that's doing well. But now I'm looking at maybe buying back into Arbitrum if we see a little dip down here. And then riding Arbitrum going forward. The token unlocks that are planned coming forward for Arbitrum are like 1% or 2%, not like 88% like it just did. So so that's what I'm looking at. That's one project it's a layer 2 on ETH, and with the ETH Denkun upgrade, the fees are much lower for Optimism and Arbitrum, and so Arbitrum is one that I'm looking at. Still think SHIB is going to go on a big run. I mean, it obviously just did here early March, where it went from 10 up to 30. So that's like the 3x there. But I think SHIB is going to do much more. We'll talk more about that. But that's one that still has a huge run up. And Bonk would be the other meme to look at because of its Sol sort of pairing and what the Sol devs are going to do with Bonk with the new phone coming out. There could be something like that. So we can see that. So many other good projects. Again, we were already into the bull market, so you're not buying at the bottoms for anything. So that's the challenge right now, thinking of what else you're going to buy. But you're not going to get quite the same returns as if you had bought a year ago, let's say. Hey, Jaden, how are you? Sell at 50 cents, reinvest 15 cents. You don't know. You don't know what it's going to do. Hey, Pork Chop, not to get sidetracked, Uniswap wallet says I have $23 million in SHIV. I have no idea. I don't know what that new thing is. It's probably glitch. You probably can't sell them. That's how those tokens are. I don't know. Diogo thinks there's going to be some huge movement in next coming weeks, and that means you're bullish. And I'm bullish too. We'll get to the bullish news in just a minute. The halving effect is going to affect Doge and other cryptocurrencies and how Bitcoin trades. And I think there's going to be a run up to the halving that's going to happen. And then post halving, I think we're going to see a lull and maybe some dips. So that's what I'm thinking, that if I was going to be buying something, let's say Arbitrum, like I was just talking about, I'll be looking for after the halving and seeing if there's some dips that happen. That's kind of what I am forecasting, is that there's going to be some dips happening. So Doge is not going full bear right now. No, Doge is up at 18.5 cents. I mean, look at this daily chart. There's no bear here. This is not a bear chart. This is a beautiful bull chart here for Dogecoin. Beautiful bull chart. There's no bears here. If X drops $1 billion into Doge, well, according to my video this morning and what Grok is saying how Doge will work, X would not actually own or hold any Dogecoin. They would rely on you connecting your own personal wallet, and they would just facilitate payments, tips, and transactions, but they wouldn't actually hold any. So that kind of seems like a good way to go, in my opinion. Then X is not in the owning any cryptocurrency game, not responsible if there's any problems because they're not holding wallets for you. They're not holding coins for you. So they take no responsibility there. You've got to connect your own wallet and take responsibility. That seems to me like a good way to do it. So yeah, there's not going to be some huge buying of coins by X Twitter. So super bullish. It says low roller. I believe there are 50 to 70% Dogecoin lost coins. There's a lot we don't know. There's some old wallets that are probably abandoned, and you don't know. Could be. James is a BCH fan. Yep. Good luck with that. Have a nice trading day. Louis says total market cap currently 2.7 trillion. How high do you expect it can go? It can double. We can see 5 trillion total crypto market cap. Sure. Doge will go a lot higher. 50 cents would probably be low. And according to what I'm looking on the charts, yes, 50 cents would be low. But we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Ryan reminds everybody to like the stream. Appreciate it. Hit the likes always. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button as well. Appreciate all the support there. Do you think Doge will be above 24 cents? Not quite soon enough. April 1st. Let's talk about that, okay? April 1st. Yeah, I don't own any Robinhood stock. Nope. Never bought any of that. All right, let's get into it. Bullish. Bullish is the key word. You guys who are members can put another bull in the chat. Appreciate that. So what do we start with? Watcher Guru says, Dogecoin is now in bullish territory. Can Doge hit 50 cents in April? 50 cents. Who just said 50 cents? Somebody in the chat. Teodoro said, yeah, 50 cents. Well, Watcher Guru is saying the same thing. Can Doge hit 50 cents? And in April, could we see that? Personally, I think 50 cents is a little aggressive for April right now. But between April 1st, Doge Day, the Bitcoin halving run up, we could see a lot of support behind Dogecoin. And Dogecoin, once it gets that momentum, we could see Doge start to move up fast. That could happen. I'll be talking about that in my video that I make this weekend, which will be my April price prediction for Dogecoin. But Watcher Guru says, hey, look, Dogecoin has recently entered bullish territory, sparking excitement and speculation among investors and enthusiasts alike. According to analysis by trader Alan Santana, if the daily session closes strong, the bulls will gain the upper hand. Based on his TA, he's saying the trend line is a bullish signal compared to early March where we were. Because where was Dogecoin early March? It was in the 8s, right? It's doubled since then. It's doubled since then. And that was not so long ago. So, bullish sentiment. Bullish sentiment. Then we've got FX Street. These 4 Dogecoin on-chain metrics point to an exponential growth in Doge price. 4 Dogecoin on metrics hints at a bullish outlook. There's that word again, bullish. Transaction counts are up. Age consumed. A lot of long-time holders. Market value to realized value, the MVRV ratio, and large transactions because the whales are accumulating Dogecoin. Bullish, right? So we've got that. Then Dogecoin surpassed 6 million addresses. So now there are a record number of individual Dogecoin wallets that's now over 6 million. Of course, how many people are there in the world? I think we got a long way to go with Dogecoin wallets. But what does that mean? What does that mean? It's bullish momentum. Yes, here's that word again. Bullish. Bullish. Who's bullish here? I'm bullish. And I know you guys are too. That's why you're here. You're bullish. Because this is the bullish time, right? This is a time we can actually be excited and say, wow, this is awesome. All these great things happening. Price is moving up. I'm in profit. Well, most of us are. Samuels, you got a little bit further to go, but then you'll be in green as well. And that feels pretty good. So now's the time we can enjoy this. Dogecoin's landmark achievement reflects its growing popularity and bullish sentiment. Bullish. Bullish. All these articles coming out at the same time, and it was just like, I got to be bullish for the live stream, guys. I just have to do it. Just have to do it. Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency that started as a meme, has now achieved a significant milestone by surpassing 6 million addresses. This underscores the increasing popularity of Dogecoin within the crypto community. The surge in Dogecoin's addresses coincides with the bullish momentum observed in its market price. Currently trading over 18 cents, minor dip, does not overshadow impressive rally that Dogecoin has been experiencing. It soared over 115% over the last 30 days. This notable increase reflects robust demand and investor confidence, cementing Dogecoin's position at the forefront of the meme coin market rally. And I know some of you will say, well, look at WIF and look at Pepe. And it's like, well, I mean, look at Dogecoin. Look at Dogecoin. As Dogecoin continues to break new ground, crypto community watches eagerly to see how far Doge can go. Whether Dogecoin can maintain its upward trajectory and solidify its position in the crypto market remains to be seen. However, one thing is clear, Dogecoin's journey from a simple meme to a prominent digital currency has been nothing short of extraordinary. All good. All good. Crypto community excited, anticipating payments launch on X. That's right. Payments launch. So we've been talking a lot about this. This is the big thing. This is huge. Now, there could be something Tesla as well, which Elon hinted about, but prospect of X rolling out payments this year, hope for Doge payments on X arises, Doge price jumps in anticipation, and Doge designer made this little video of 2024 will be the year of X payments. Will cryptocurrency be part of that? Well, Elon is securing licenses for payment processing and money transmitter operations. And he now has some, 25 states. He's like halfway there. And hinted that California is getting close. That'll be a big milestone. New York's going to be the tough one. So once those are all approved, Elon is going to launch X payments. And we'll probably just start with fiat. There may not be cryptocurrency on day one, but that cryptocurrency will probably come fairly soon, I think. So we will be watching that. But that's what a lot of this anticipation for Dogecoin is, and why we're trading at 18 cents as opposed to 8 cents now. And that Dogecoin is not dropping back down after this run from 8 to 18. It's not dropping back down because there is anticipation. Wait and see what is going to happen, particularly with X. What is going to happen? Even if Elon Musk has not been speaking openly about Doge as of late, tech mogul X developments remain the main drivers behind the Doge price. The massive rise in open interest has been triggered by the obtaining of the above-mentioned new licenses for X platform. And that could lead to some good futures trading as well on Coinbase. So we will be watching that. But that's what, I think we already had within the Dogecoin community a lot of bullish thoughts about how Dogecoin is going to go. But this brings in new people, new Doge holders, new buyers, not only those investing because they think the price is going to go up and they're going to make money, but also to be able to use Dogecoin on a platform like X, like Elon has been saying, the everything app, and you can buy things and pay for things on the app with Dogecoin. That's what we're waiting for. And that's what the excitement is about. We'll get into the bad news in a minute. Don't want to jump into that yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Still 18.5 cents. Dogecoin doing well. This stream is a bunch of bullish. Matt says, I'm tempted to liquidate my SHIB profits and roll them over into Dogecoin. I don't have enough money to make a significant profit in SHIB anyway. How long have you held that SHIB? Have you held it over a year? Just to minimize the tax impact. I'm not going to be selling any of my SHIB until I've held it for a year, of which I might be getting close, actually. When did I buy that SHIB? April 21st. I bought that SHIB. April 21st, 2023. So I'm less than a month away for when I bought SHIB. And I bought it at 0.00010. And now SHIB is at 0.00030. So I am up, a 3x on my SHIB investment. But I'm not going to be selling it until I hold it at least a year to minimize that capital gains tax from a short term to a long term. So that's what I'm playing. And then I'll start. After April, I'll start seeing what SHIB does and decide if I'm going to sell some. I still think SHIB's got a big run in it. I really do. I think, just how these memes go, right? Bigger, like up here. Now we're at 30, come over 50, 66, up to 80, and maybe even drop a zero, another zero. That would be awesome. And then it would have been a 10x for me. So I'll hold out for that big run, I think, for SHIB. I'm going to hold out on that. Look at Dogecoin on the weekly. That's a strong looking chart. Remember my wedge, which I now turned to purple because it's now behind us. We've already broken out of the wedge before we even got to the tip, which was going to be in April. Nope. Doge says, nope, not waiting for Kriss's wedge. I'm just going to break out. Bullish. That's what I say. I say bullish. Yeah, and what Louis says makes sense, Matt. There, you sell some SHIB, not all. If you want to take some profit on some, maybe take a little profit on some and roll it into Doge. And hold some just in case it goes on a crazy run. Could Doge break an all-time high by the end of this year? I will say it's if Tesla or X are using Dogecoin, Tesla for cars, X as part of X payments, then yes. But if Doge is just trading along without those catalysts, then it won't be this year, in my opinion. It's going to need something like that to be real, not just Doge trading up on hype, because I think Doge is past that now. Now it's the reality of what's happening with Dogecoin. And so we've talking about like the new Giga wallet now, and why the Dogecoin devs were working on Giga wallet is important for that integration onto platforms in order to allow people to use Dogecoin easier as payment, particularly with X, who already has an arrangement with Shopify to be able to buy things on Shopify, on X, with Dogecoin would be huge. That would be huge. And so part of the work on GigaWallet was aimed at Shopify integration as well. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see. Yeah, JD, we talked about Coinbase, Doge futures, supposed to start on Monday, April 1st. Not an April Fool's joke. If the CFTC doesn't say anything in the next couple days, then it's all set to go. All set to go. Hari's asking about XRP. I call XRP a stablecoin because they just keep selling so much XRP. They're always selling. They got some big legal fees to pay. How do you think those legal fees are getting paid? By selling XRP. And so they keep minting and they keep selling. So XRP doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Blocksmith's asking about Jasmy. Still looking okay. Yeah, Jasmy's going to go on a run. Jasmy is taking a breather right now. But yeah, this run that we had from mid-February, from 0.006 up over a penny, came up to 2.6. That was a 2-cent run right there. Huge for Jasmy. So that was, yeah, huge run, 350% run. And so, yeah, taking a breather, but it's going to go again. I truly think that. It's going to go again. Big run. So I'm holding. I'm not selling any. And again, I also have my 1-year rule. So on Jasmy, I bought that June at 0.0039. I bought my Jasmy in June of 2023. So yeah, I'm not selling yet. I'm waiting for long-term capital gains now on these. That's a lot of money. So I'm waiting. One of these days, Jay says, we're going to be watching your live stream with huge smiles on our faces. We witness Doge rocketing up price. Celestial cheese. I like that. Yeah. So MG, if you sell for a loss, it depends. You have to accumulate like all your sells for the entire year. So if you sell some for a loss and some for a gain, you can offset the tax you would have to pay on those gains by selling others at a loss, and you can even it out, and then you don't pay any taxes. But yeah, if you sell at a loss, you don't pay taxes. And in fact, up to a certain amount in the United States, if you're at a loss for the year, you can actually claim that loss. If it's up above that amount that IRS has as a limit, you can roll over to the next year more of that loss. If you choose to do that, which you should. Again, you should talk to a tax accountant, CPA, someone who knows crypto in order to get the real story. I use the CPA for my stuff. I just give him all my data and then he does my taxes for me. So that's what I do. Not many people selling at a loss right now, though, because everything's up. AJ, this time won't be like last time. You're going to regret selling if it goes to $1. I will still have Dogecoin at $1. I'm not selling everything. Again, not until late summer, early fall. We're not going to begin to have these real conversations about layering out. But at a high level, my plan is to layer out profits, not selling it all. And I'll never sell all my Doge, but I have a lot of these other cryptocurrencies I'm going to sell as well, because I was betting big on this bull market, and I'm up on everything. Some a lot more than others. I mean, huge. But I'm not selling yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. DM saying, I'm thinking Doge to $2.70. You never know. Once Doge starts moving, and if it gets all of the hype behind it that it had back in 2021, we could see huge movements. NFTs, I don't know. I'm not into NFTs, so. Christian bought 18 cents. You sell half of it at 25. Those are small gains. If you want to play that game and just take small profits, you can do that. A lot of us are in it for the chance for bigger profits. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to have much of a change in Doge's price, Bruce, with the futures trading. I don't see it. I just don't see that there's a huge demand on Coinbase for futures trading of Dogecoin. But I think the benefit is more that Dogecoin is going to be considered to be a commodity and not a security. That's why I like that better, that's happening. Garrison set a limit order at 16 cents. You want to see a big dip down to 16 cents. This red line is 16.5. This red line here is 16.5. That is the 0.5 Fibonacci line is 16.5. Again, the last dips that we had were 17.5. So to dip all the way to 16.5, we would probably have to see a Bitcoin dip, maybe down here to like 62 or 61K for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin were to go on a big sell-off for some reason, maybe it might hit, but you just might be sitting there with that limit order and Doge just keeps going up. That's the chance you're taking right now with Doge. That's the chance you take. Southport says it's a $3,000 loss in the US that you can claim, but if you have more than that, you can carry it over the following year. Something like that. Yeah, I'll be talking about movement expected and stuff with Dogecoin this weekend. I'll be making a video on all of that. So, and then Brian says you can't use short-term losses to offset long-term gains. Yeah, there could be something like that. Again, I'm not a tax attorney. Kriss learned his lesson, sell everything on Solana too early. I did. I learned my lesson. I did. I was trying to be smart, too smart, and I blew it. I sold Solana too early. Now the ADA that I bought at 24 cents, I've almost tripled. I've almost tripled on ADA, but I would have had more returns if I had just kept the Sol. So probably Sol would have been like a 5x from there. Or maybe 6x. So yeah, Cardano could still go on a run, and I've got it staked, and I'm earning Cardano with it staked, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's one of the things I just thought, because Solana was just having so many problems, and it still has problems. Now the memes are apparently on Solana are having problems, right? Transactions aren't going through, and a lot of the meme token developers are switching over to Base now, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I mean, that's not good if transactions aren't going through. Solana has problems with their blockchain, but people still love their Solana. Jay is a new member. Congratulations, Jay. Welcome to the family here on the Kriss Pax channel. I'll add you to my list for future Dogecoin payout. I will add you. We've talked about, Austin, we've talked about Doge to $5 and $10 and what that looks like. $10 is a reach. I mean, maybe 10 years from now, who knows how everything's going to go. But it's a reach right now. $5 isn't entirely out of the question, though. Because $5 Doge still keeps it below Bitcoin. So, because for Dogecoin, there's 143 billion, right? So you multiply that by 5, and you get about like a $700 million market cap. So that would bring Doge up here to number 2. If Ethereum stayed where it is, it would be number 2. But if Doge is going on that big of a run, ETH's going on a run too. Like I said before, I think Bitcoin number 1, ETH number 2, Doge number 3. That makes a lot of sense to me. Bitcoin, the store of value, Ethereum smart contracts, and Doge number 3 as the currency. That makes sense to me. Solana at $184. That's crazy. I would not be buying Solana at $184, and I'm not. How to set a limit order on Coinbase? You want to use the advanced trading on Coinbase, which is free. It's not Coinbase One that you have to pay for, but on a desktop computer, you can initiate advanced trading, and you go in there and you set a limit order. Maybe one day you pay for your house in Doge. I just don't know if it's going to have that kind of acceptance. Somebody posted there was a house in Portugal that was for sale where you could buy in Doge. It's the exception. I don't know. Don't see it. Yeah, Louis says, be patient. Not a bad strategy too. Teodoro says, sell enough to recoup your initial investment and then let the balance ride. Jimmy asks, what's the point of staking? So the point of staking is, for a proof of stake cryptocurrency, is you need to keep the blockchain safe, right? You don't want to have a run on the blockchain. And so ideally, proof of stake cryptocurrencies want to have at least 50% staked, which means that you are committing your tokens for a longer term hold, and you're getting rewarded for doing that, because there is no mining for proof of stake cryptocurrencies. That's the point of staking. Now, there are some like Algorand that use it for voting as well on new initiatives. So you can't vote on new initiatives on Algorand unless you are actually staking your tokens. So Algo uses that. And there are others that use a similar thing. If you're staked, you can vote. If you're not staked, you can't vote. That's what Algorand does. It's always a good idea, I think, to DCA small bits if you've got it, because we're still early bull, I think. There's nothing that says this is a top. You're just not going to make the same kind of gains as if you bought last summer on a percentage wise, but it's still better than just sitting there with a bunch of cash sitting in a bank account, inflating away. You're not earning anything there, except maybe some percentage of a point or something. So in that case, yeah, it's better to DCA. The Dogecoin pizza party. Yeah, we talked about this on Monday. It's coming on Saturday. Williamsburg Pizza, Lower East Side in New York. Saturday. It's only around 6 o'clock. And then you can sell your Doge for fiat and buy a house with that. Yeah. Some houses, Diogo says, already accept Doge payments. So yeah. Yeah, Low Roller says it's like dividends, proof of stake. So you stake and you collect dividends. Yeah. You have to pay taxes on those, though. People forget that. You have got to pay tax on those staking rewards. Rob says 800 euro in Doge, 200 euro in sheep. Not a bad plan, Rob. You'll be happy with that. Okay, now we got a little bad news. We got to cover it. I know Low Roller would be mad at me if I didn't cover it. Right? KuCoin. What is going on with KuCoin? And somebody asked in the comments on my video earlier, is KuCoin another FTX? The answer to that is no. KuCoin is not another FTX because FTX was doing shady things with the money behind the scenes. KuCoin, from what I can tell, was not that. But the United States going after KuCoin is what they can do. Again, they've gone after other exchanges already, basically for selling what they think are unregistered securities. So there's that. KuCoin also, it looks like once they got into the details, they were seeing some direct connection between the KuCoin exchange and Tornado Cash. And you know, United States doesn't like Tornado Cash. KuCoin also was supposed to initiate KYC for their customers, which they did for new customers, but old customers did not have to go through KYC. And the United States didn't like that. So there's a number of these things that led them to bring these charges against KuCoin. What's going to happen with KuCoin? I don't know. I don't trade on KuCoin. Again, I only trade on Coinbase and Robinhood. I know some of you might use KuCoin. I know you can get access to some cryptos on KuCoin that you can't buy on Coinbase or Robinhood. And I know some people in certain states within the United States, KuCoin has been an option, which allows you to do more with your crypto than you could do on, say, a Robinhood. So there's all of that. I don't know what's going to happen with KuCoin. I don't know. KuCoin did not have the volume that FTX had, and it isn't anywhere near the volume of trading of Coinbase and Robinhood. So I don't see this as a huge deal, but it's just another like thorn in the side of crypto. Like here's the US again making charges against another crypto exchange because they can't do anything with crypto projects. Like if you wanted to sue Bitcoin, like who do you sue, right? Who do you bring charges against? There isn't anybody, right? So crypto projects, I mean, they can go against XRP because of Ripple. Ripple is a company, right? And so they can sue them, but most cryptos don't have a company like Ripple behind it. So they go after the exchanges. And this is another one of those. We'll see how this plays out. But overall, I don't think this is a huge thing. And especially now that we're in like early to mid bull market, it's not having an effect. There's not a huge crash. So there's that. And then at the same time, there's this Coinbase thing. So there is an ongoing lawsuit of the SEC against Coinbase, again, for selling unregistered securities. So like Solana, Algorand, and others that were cited, there's a whole list of names of them, all proof of stake cryptocurrencies that the SEC says were made in order to make profit. And if there is this idea of profit involved, then that makes it a security. And you've got Coinbase selling unregistered securities without receiving the proper licenses with the SEC, which is the same thing against KuCoin. So what Coinbase tried to do was they essentially countersued back to the court and said, just throw out this lawsuit. And the court said no. That's basically what happened here. And so many believe that the Bitcoin price here this morning, Bitcoin was trading up, and it was trading up over 71,000. And then that news came out about Coinbase and the price dropped. Now, there are many that think that this was a manipulation that was already happening. Bitcoin's price going up in order to squeeze out the shorts, and then immediately dropping back down in order to liquidate the long positions, which market makers do, because the exchanges don't like to pay out 5x, 10x, 20x leverage buys. So better to liquidate them, right? Which is why we not only look at that kind of action, but then we also look at the liquidations chart here. Let me refresh this. This is on CoinGlass. So in the last hour, Bitcoin has had, $869,000 in liquidations, but you go to the 24-hour and you're like $62 million. Divided almost evenly between long and short, because they were liquidating both of them with that kind of price action. So 39 million on the long, 23 million on the short for Bitcoin. Liquidates. And here's Doge here, $8 million of liquidations today. 4.6 on the long, 3.3 on the short. These are people who are using leverage on the longs, thinking they're going to make extra money because the price is going to keep going up. And then the price dumps and they get liquidated and they're out. One of those liquidations on Bitcoin this morning was a $1.7 million bet, one trade that got wiped out. And probably right around here at like 68.6. That's right where it came down to, because they see your leveraged trades. They know what your stop losses are. They know what your liquidation numbers are because they can see it. It's like playing poker, but they can see your cards. I don't mess with leverage. Don't mess with it at all. DCA, buy and hold, wait for the big gains to come, and then take your profits. That's my strategy. It's working pretty well. But the leverage stuff, you may be able to win on some short-term thing, but then the next time you do it, you might lose. It's like gambling. So be careful out there. Be careful out there. That's what I say. Anti-money laundering with KuCoin. Yep. I guess there were a lot of people, so they say, that were like using KuCoin as an avenue to bring crypto in and get it out. So, and with no KYC for a lot of people, yep, that's why they went after them. We'll see what happens. Nico Space bought Doge a week ago, hoping it goes up to 30 cents. I think we'll see that. I think we'll see that. Louis says 115 watching and only 27 likes. No, I'm showing 65 likes. If you refresh your screen, or whatever, you'll see the likes. But I've got 65 on my chart. Kristen says, thank you very much for all the awesome knowledge and regards. Hollywood Beach. I'll be close by next month when I take my little week vacation. Hanging out up in Lauderdale. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Good afternoon. I know it's a flyer, but do you have any thoughts on Spell? Can it surpass its all-time high? Yeah, I don't know what Spell's all-time high was because I don't know what exchange it first started trading on. Let me try a couple of these. Let me try OKX. I haven't looked at this one. So Spell, its most recent high here is 0013. Let me tag that with a line here, okay? This is 0013, right? Now we go back, and here is it trading up to 0018. Yeah, and that was, yeah, we'll use that one. And now let's go to the weekly. Yeah. See, OKX shows the Spell was way up here at 2 cents, came up to 3 cents. So to go from 00, what was that? 002 all the way to 2 cents. That's a big run. That's a huge run. 1,000% run. Could Spell do that? I don't know. I don't know what was going on back here. I wasn't following it when it first launched and had these crazy runs. I'm guessing there were probably a lot less Spell tokens at the time, and now there's a lot more. So we could have that. But for Spell token to get all the way back up to 2 cents again, I mean, it may not even break a penny. I don't know. I bought some just to go for a ride with it and see what happens. If it goes on a crazy run, we'll see. That'd be a 10x from here. That'd be pretty crazy. You never know. We'll be watching that. The other one I wanted to talk about just briefly here, again, looking at the bubbles. Again, we've got this article about Fetch, Singularity, and I guess it's on the Ocean is still a little too small. It's on the second page here. There's Ocean right there. Those are all banding together, which is Decentralized AI Pioneers, New AI Alliance proposes a $7.6 billion merger of Fetch, Ocean, and AGIX tokens, which will form a new token called ASI. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I used to own Fetch. I sold it already for a profit. And I rolled that into Celestia and Superverse and Spell. Those were the three that I bought after I sold that Fetch. Took a profit on it. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Since I don't have any Fetch tokens now, I'm not like getting into the details of how they're going to manage to migrate 3 different tokens into one new token. I don't know how they're going to do that. And I don't know what effect that's going to have on the price. But you can see that there's a lot of bullishness there for Fetch and Singularity based on that news. I don't know what that's going to mean in the price, though, once that migration happens to some new token. I don't know. But we'll see. Never know. Here's the Fetch chart, which I still have. Every once in a while I look at it, although I don't own any anymore. Fetch is up to $3, but we look at the weekly, you can see like how crazy Fetch went. It's like, yeah, huge run up. I had bought it at 36 cents. So I took profit and rolled that into other coins. That's just what I did. That's a big run. Yeah, we were just talking what's a good buy. And like I said, right now I'm eyeing Arbitrum after the big token unlock and the sell-off. So I think that's a pretty decent price, maybe at $1.50. Right now it's at $1.60 something, $1.65. So that's one that I'm looking at. Some think that Stacks is, even though it's already gone on a big run, it is pulling back a little bit right here. And if we see Stacks pull back more, that could be a good buy. Take a look at that. Just some others I'm keeping an eye on. I used to own Stacks as well, and I sold that for a profit. So may buy some more of that. You're going to sell your spell tokens at 50 cents in a bull run. 50 cents. Spell token is not getting to 50 cents. Low roller. I don't see it. We'll see if it gets to 1 cent first. My Fetch is about 250, I think, was about what I sold Fetch at. ETC, and maybe to 100, maybe to 125. I think that's where ETC went last time. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic moves slow, though. Yeah, this was like 125. There was one spike up that went up to like 170, 180, and then came right back down. This yellow line is the $100 line. That's my target because I do own some ETH Classic that I bought at about 16 bucks. So if it gets near 100, I'm selling. That's my target. Right now at 31 bucks, that's only a 3x from here. I'm sorry, $19. That's where I bought it. Right there, 19 bucks. So that's my target on ETC. But ETC just moves slow. Now, this crazy price action that it had there was just huge FOMO, and ETC couldn't hold that price, and it just traded right back down. But as some say, ETC doesn't do anything. It's like a ghost chain. So no one's using it for anything. So it's all built on hype. You think Fetch is starting a second wave, might hit 12. Well, but it won't. It's going to migrate into this new token. So it's going to be this ASI token. And we don't know what that price is going to be once that migration happens. When is that migration actually going to happen? I don't know. Fetch will be rebranded as ASI with a total supply of 2.63 billion tokens. AGIX and Ocean tokens will be converted to ASI at different respective rates. So I guess that's all still going to be the basic Fetch tokenomics, and that the Singularity and Ocean tokens are going to merge into it. or convert into it somehow. I don't know when that's going to happen, though. Yeah, the article doesn't say when that migration is going to happen. You would think that that would be an important news item, right? That people would want to know. When is this going to happen? Yeah, it doesn't say. So yeah, so it'll still be at this $3 price, but it'll have these other two with it. Maybe people are buying this up because they think it's going to pump. And maybe it'll pump to 12 bucks. We'll see. Looking long-term on Crow, potential if the company didn't have issues. I hate the Crypto.com exchange. It is the worst exchange to trade on. Absolute worst. You don't get the price you want when you buy. You end up paying a lot more. And then when you go to sell, you end up selling for a lot less than what the price says. It's all behind the scenes. It doesn't have a real exchange-like chart for trading like you see on Coinbase. Ugh. I've never seen a crypto merger coin. I haven't either. How does it work in crypto? I don't know. Somehow the fetch tokens will be rebranded as ASI, and then they will be exchanged. You'll have to somehow, if you have Ocean or AGIX, you'll exchange your old tokens for these new ones. How that works, I don't know. Yeah, the AI topic is huge. Anything related to AI is like big. But fetch is not going to be fetch anymore. It's going to be this ASI thing. So yeah, and I haven't looked at the crypto.com, this 20% thing. I haven't looked at it in detail to figure out where the 20% is coming from. That's a good question. It's like, I mean, that to me has Voyager vibes all over it. All over it. So, and where's Voyager today? The only thing I have on crypto.com is my Bone tokens, because you can't get Bone on Robinhood or Coinbase. So I have Bone tokens and I have Crow. That's all I have on crypto.com. Litecoin. We're going to also talk about Litecoin. So now that the CFTC, right? So Litecoin is going together with Bitcoin Cash and Dogecoin. That's the one that Coinbase has put out there for futures trading starting on Monday. There's this article, Litecoin ETF rumors. It's like, let's do a Litecoin ETF. It's like, who's going to buy that? Who knows? Who knows? It's like, I mean, Litecoin was the one that hasn't really done anything. I mean, Bitcoin Cash up big, Doge is up, but Litecoin is still down. Litecoin is just, I just don't see a big demand for a Litecoin spot ETF. I just don't see it. Just like a Doge, I don't see a Doge ETF. I don't see that happening. And people want to buy Doge because they want to use Doge. They want to hold Doge. They want to spend Doge. But as an ETF kind of thing, the wealthy, mostly, that buy those ETFs, you know, through the BlackRocks and the Fidelities and them, they're not interested in Litecoin. They want Bitcoin. And they probably won't be interested in Dogecoin either. So, no. Litecoin ETF. Right. But you never know, right? We'll see what happens with the ETH Again, I still kind of think that right now that the ETH ETF is not going to be approved. The SEC does not like that ETH changed from proof of work to proof of stake. And they have staking rewards. And the SEC does not like that. So I don't know. We'll see. They granted the Bitcoin ETF only because the courts pretty much said they had to. And I don't see any lawsuits on the ETH ETF side yet. So I kind of think, as this article says here, Ethereum ETFs being hamstrung by SEC. Yes. And I think we're going to see that. I think that's going to be a challenge. They have till like May 20th. I think that's the date, the final date for approval or rejection. Yeah, we'll see. I don't use Kraken. I just use Coinbase. I like Coinbase's trading. They have a good number of coins. I think there's probably some cryptos on Kraken that you can buy that you can't find on Coinbase. There's probably some there, but I just trust Coinbase more because it is a United States company, you know. I have a link in the description below if you want to check out Coinbase, get some free Bitcoin. You spin the big wheel when you join up using my link. You get some free Bitcoin. Try that out. And of course, I use Coinbase for most of my trading as well. And Kraken is like, Kraken could fall into the same problems that KuCoin has. So yeah, I don't know where Kraken is based. Where is Kraken exchange located? Well, they say San Francisco. Kraken is a cryptocurrency exchange based in San Francisco, founded in 2011. So yeah, it is an American crypto exchange. In 2022, they shut down their global headquarters because San Francisco is not safe. Kraken CEO Jesse Powell announced that he has made the decision to close Kraken's global headquarters in San Francisco. Interesting. This is this article I'm reading here. We shut down Kraken's global headquarters after numerous employees were attacked, harassed, and robbed. And San Francisco is such a nice place. So I don't know. I don't know what Kraken is as a company. This is just all about San Francisco and the Bay Area. It doesn't really talk about what's going on with the company itself. So, yeah. So, yeah, not sure there. But yeah, it's the United States company, though. Professional Poker asks about XRP, and no, Elon has never said anything about XRP. XRP is supposedly made for cross-border payments, not for day-to-day currency transactions. So I know a lot of the XRP army thinks it's going to happen because X is in the name, but Elon hasn't once said anything about XRP. So no. Litecoin is connected to BTC in that when it was created, it used the code of Bitcoin. It just changed the total number of coins from like 21 million to what, 84? It was 84 million. Let me see what Litecoin says here. Litecoin, yeah, it's got 74 now, and then the max supply is 84. And then once it hits, let me get this out of the way here. Litecoin. So once it hits 84, there's no more mining. Just like when Bitcoin hits 21 million, no more mining. But again, that's for another 100 years. So that's future generations that have to worry about that, not us today. So Litecoin is essentially the same as Bitcoin, it just has a bigger supply. Barry Silbert might buy a Dogecoin ETF. That's funny. Doge is still alive. Yes, Doge. Christian, with Webull, when Webull made that transition on their main app to not trade cryptos anymore, and they ported it over to this thing called Webull Pay, I haven't checked it out. I haven't. The only thing I hold on Webull is some stocks. I don't have any crypto on Webull because it would have gone over to this Webull Pay, and it's like, so I haven't tried it out. I don't know how it works as an exchange. I'm guessing it's probably similar to crypto.com, and it's not very favorable to the buyer. That's my guess. Investigains likes Coinbase as well, using limit orders. Yep. It's a good exchange. I don't know. Coinbase is new overseas with their Coinbase International stuff, and I don't know what's available overseas. So I can't tell you, Nico. I don't know. AJ asks about Arbitrum. It's a layer 2 on ETH. So you can build things on Arbitrum and not be slowed down by ETH's blockchain or pay the super high gas fees. So it's a lower fee solution. Still built on ETH, but a lower fee solution. And the recent Ethereum Denkun upgrade was made to help make these layer 2s like Optimism and Arbitrum actually work smoother and have lower fees. So that's what Arbitrum's about. Doge struggling at the resistance line. If it breaks through, short-term rise between 25 cents and 30 cents seems possible. Jen, I'll be talking about that in my weekend video, my April price prediction. We'll be getting into that stuff. We'll be getting into that. Bitcoin's not dumping. Bitcoin's just kind of still going sideways. There's trading going on. You know, it reacted a bit to the news this morning, I think, about Coinbase. But I mean, it's still above $69,000 for a Bitcoin. On the short term, it looks bad, but you zoom out and you look at the 4-hour chart, that's nothing. It's nothing. That's not a dump. You'll know a dump when there's a dump. That's not a dump. I don't think there's going to be a pullback for Doge right now. Seems things have cooled down, but I mean, look at this. It's still an upward trend. I don't know what Solidus AI is. Doge 25 cents, maybe. Yeah, cooling off sideways. That's a better way to say it. Gotta be careful with the word dump. There's no dump going on, that's for sure. Sideways, sure. Doge is still in an upward trend, though. It's not even sideways. That's a 4-hour chart. It's still going up. Still going up. All right, gang, that's what I got for today. Looking good for Doge. Good trading day. Doge is in the green over the past 24 hours, unlike most other cryptocurrencies. Everything else I follow is almost in the red, except for Sui. Sui's up. But Doge, green, green. That shows the support for Doge. Very solid, which is why I'm bullish. Are you bullish? Hope everyone has a good evening. I'll have another video tomorrow. We'll be live again Friday, 5 p.m. East Coast time in the United States. Check your clocks on where you are versus me. Right now, it's about 6:30 p.m. East Coast time. Hope you can join me then. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.